I'm starting to think that my particular truck was built at 3:15 on a Friday afternoon before a holiday weekend because I'm just not having luck here, man. So I'm just going to start this video off by saying this is not meant to be a free-for-all smack talk session on this Vigilante because, in fact, I really do like the truck. I like the way it handles. I like how it handled some of those really tough tumbles that it took at that last run where the gear stripped. Now, honestly, I'm not even mad that they stripped. I'm more aggravated. I'm aggravated that that it happened. I'm aggravated how it happened, and I'm aggravated at the point of when it happened, seeing how my batteries were only at like 79%, considering I only used like, what, 21% of the battery, and it's the low runtime on this truck that gets me. That's kind of what upsets me the most. It's so much fun to run, and then you get into it, and you're into a rhythm, and I was just really getting the hang of it, and all of a sudden the wind gets taken out of my sails, I guess, and the gear's stripped. Now we're going to go through it, and I'm going to show you my theory on how it happened and what I did to try and remedy it. I knew that these gears were going to be a problem, so before the truck was even at my house, I had an order in for the 48 tooth spur gear that goes onto the center diff. I put a order in for the gear that I actually stripped. It comes as a set. It's the spool. There's that secondary spur gear. I put it in that order. I had like spider gears and all that other stuff. So I ordered even more of that stuff now if these gears are going to continue to be a problem. What I'm also aggravated with is I emailed the manufacturer about the gears. Now, whatever, the paint's chipping, and honestly, the body is extremely tough because it's bending where a lot of other manufacturers' bodies would completely just break and disintegrate. My Outcast body is completely destroyed, and that is the thinnest body I've ever had, and it's this body here, I'm telling you, this body is holding up good besides the paint, and whatever, that's just me being too anal with the paint, so be it. That's for them not to warranty that, whatever. But the gears should have 100% been warranted, in my opinion. This is a bad setup on this whole power transfer system that they have in here, from where the power goes from the motor to that spur gear, then to that idler gear, and then to the actual center diff. You'll see it when I flip the camera on and I start tearing into this and I show you guys what I'm talking about. It's not a foolproof system, and you'll see why I feel that this should have been a warranted part, especially for the way that it happened to me. All right, everybody, so I have you in as close as I can and still keep you in focus so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. Now, watch this. This is this gear setup, right? Now, yes, it looks sloppy now, and it is stiffened up, and there's less motion once you put this cover on because this does have the bearing carriers built into it. But it's all plastic. It's held in by basically a material that is very susceptible to heat, and there's a lot of heat being generated here. I did gear back down. That's the stock pinion. I'm back to the 18. I did not like how hot the motor was getting with the 20 tooth pinion on it. But if you look right here, this is an extremely sloppy transmission piece here, and it is all reliant on you having a tighter than normal gear mesh on there. Now, I like the backlash I have set there. It's probably just a little bit tighter than I would have liked to have gone on it, but in order to keep this gear pretty much settled down to where when you put this piece back on, it's not going to move as much, it's kind of got to be a little tighter than normal. So again, please don't take this video the wrong way because this is not the intentions of this video. What I am kind of doing here is I'm just following up with the last video and the break and how I feel those gears stripped and how it actually happened. I mean, all you can do is speculate and, you know, gather all the information you can and come up with your own hypothesis on how stuff happens, because this is the first manufactured run of this vehicle, and RedCat's very proud of the fact that they made 1,200 plus units and only 5 have warranty claims. Well, is that only 5 that they honored, or do more people need to come forward with their brakes? I mean, that gears setup, for those gears to strip, and I've seen ring and pinion gears are stripping now. You guys need to come up with a revision for these gears because that was unacceptable. That was an unacceptable break. So this body is extremely tough, guys. The Lexan body that this truck comes with it's bending. It's bending and it's not cracking, which is amazing. I mean, yes, my paint is coming off. It's cosmetic. I was upset about it in the one video just because I would like these manufacturers to admit that maybe there is a problem in some of the manufacturing processes and defects do happen. There needs to be accountability, guys. There's a saying that the customer is always right. Yes, there are people out there that just try and get free stuff, but I mean, I wasn't looking for anything for free, and if I was given the opportunity, I would have sent this body back for R&D. But now I'm just going to continue to beat on it. It's bending, it's not breaking. Yes, the paint's chipping, but how come it's only me? Why is it only my body that the paint is chipping off? Unless more people haven't come out in the open and said that too. There's a lot of channels out there that kind of honeypot these RCs, and maybe it's just me being an average normal guy as a consumer that's spending a lot of money for something like this on a brand that most people have written off already. For me to give them a chance on a new release and then them not to stand behind their product, not good, guys. Not good. So listen, in conclusion, would I buy this truck again? Yes. For one, I do think it's extremely durable. My Ackerman arm problem, I'm going to chalk that up to it being cold outside and maybe it was a bad part. I don't care. I gladly bought a new one of those to repair it. Now, the gears, like I said, I had ordered replacement sets before the vehicle even showed up because I figured the gears are going to be an issue eventually. But yes, I would make this purchase again. I think it's an extremely fun truck to drive. I think it handles extremely well. This would be a good beginner electric fifth scale at its price point if it was bulletproof. And I know no RC is bulletproof, but something like this almost has to, because you're catering to a beginner market. RedCat usually is a beginner RC. You're catering to a beginner market, and to have these problems is going to it's going to leave a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths that may have continued to explore the fifth scale end of the hobby and just gave up because they just gave up because the platform that they bought just wasn't the best. I appreciate you watching me ramble. This isn't my typical content, but I just wanted to address a few of the things that I found on this truck. My opinions are my opinions. They are in no way, shape, or form out there to shy people one way or the other. What I'm doing now is I'm just gathering up all the quote-unquote data that I have just found for myself running this vehicle for the, what I get, 5 and 5, 10 minutes total that I've ran this vehicle so far. Just to kind of put that information out there. It's no way, shape, or form meant to tell people not to buy it, because like I said, I would buy this truck again. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.